like most of you know, Warhammer 40k 6th edition just came out. I'm going to talk about how that applies to the Orks. Main things for the Orks are they have the Waaagh special rule, mob rule, and furious charge. All these have changed for the Orks. For one thing, furious charge. Now, all that it does not enhance your initiative. This grows your strength by 1, which makes that worse. You'll always basically be initiative 2, even when you charge. So now, if you're fighting other Orks, you'll just be attacking at the same time. Though, if you in 5th edition, if you assaulted another squad of Orks, charged them, you'll be going first and most likely kill them all before they could kill you. Mob rule, like, makes you fearless, but in this new edition, fearless is a very different thing. Let's get to there. Alright, fearless. What it does is you automatically pass pitting tests, which is good. So if you're in a tank or your truck and it blows up, which might not be such a good idea, which we'll talk about later. Pass fear test or regroup test, which is all good. Morale checks, but you cannot go to ground and you cannot choose to fail your morale check due to our weapons are useless rule, which means that if like something you cannot possibly hurt at all, like a walker with armor 12 in the front, which Boyz strength can't hurt, you could do that. But if you're fearless, you have more than 11 boys, you can't fall back. But most of the time, you'd have a power claw knob who will just wreck everything in front of you. But now, if you were to get assaulted by that, everything in base contact first would have to be hit first. So if your knob's in the front, he could easily just be killed, though you would choose by the time he might just die. And there's precision shots and strikes, which you can snipe your knob out of the squad, which just sucks, which just basically ruins the boys because we have a boss pull. The Orks can now basically kind of rip tanks apart without the big mech, but like walkers, and then just the knowledge of just knowing that you're just going to take out a couple guys in the assault with a power claw that can just destroy everything is pretty good. To have Waaagh special rule though, now the Waaagh special rule, yeah. Well, gives you fleet when you call it. It's all the same. You can only call it once per turn and not the first turn. But it lets you have fleet, which is a little bit different than last time. Last time it was if you ran in the shooting phase, and you can assault in the assaulting phase. But now you just get to re-roll your assault range. So you just basically can't run at all. If you run, you just can't assault at all. Though if you have fleet, when you charge, you can re-roll either both or one of the dice that you're rolling, which could potentially be good if you roll like a 2 and a 4. You want to re-roll both of them maybe, or just the 2 to get like 6 and charge 10 instead of 6. Really good. You know, I think if you do the math, I think fleet might be better than, well, 6th edition fleet might be better than 5th edition fleet, but I always like running in the assaulting phase and charging. And other things. Now let's talk about the boys. Yeah, let's talk about the boys. Boys still the same strength, same everything. It's just now I think, have gotten a little bit weaker, because now their knobs, when you buy them, could potentially be sniped out of the squad. Like, we got a knob. Couple boys here. Normally I'm fighting like Space Marines, Eldar, and so they would have sergeants or ex-orks who are characters themselves and can put their attacks on the knob itself and could potentially kill him. So then if he dies, then just the boys alone without their boss pull and without their power claw, which is just horrible for them. So the needing of him to take out tanks is not necessarily there anymore, since now transports will just be anything with armor 10 in the back. Ork boys can just go through. All they need is hit on 3s at the worst. Then all they need is 6 to glance it, and now it is a lot more easier to glance a vehicle to death. Because glancing hits just rips off a hull point, and then it's just after a hull points are gone, it's wrecked. So boys, you don't even need this guy to destroy a vehicle. You just need this guy. Get boss pull. It's a very important part. Boss pull right there. And just to have that this knowledge that this power claw will kill everything that's in front of it, or just put wounds on anything that's in front of it. Just be scary in everything. Just be scary. Now, there's things that can just snipe it out of the thing. Like I said before, not snapshots, but precision strikes and sniper rifles like Rangers or Space Marine Scouts who have sniper rifles can just, on 6s when they wound, can allocate that wound to the knob. And I do get a 4+, put it on another guy. So on a 4+, he jumps in the way, he dies, and knob's good, but 50% chance he'll just take it. Most of the time I don't give him a heavy armor, so he'll just lose a wound and then he'll just eventually just die. That also is another big thing. In assault, you'll most likely, instead of putting him in the front and just like, yeah, you have to kill all my boys before you can get to me. Now it's anyone can get to you if you assault someone and get into base contact. Let's just say that's just a guy you get into base contact with, some big guy. You get all your other guys into base contact with him. These guys are 3 inches. They're 3-inch initiative step, whatever. First kills have to go to base contact. Let's say he kills these 2 boys right there. The next attacks have to go to him because he's in base contact, so then he'll just die. So basically you want to put him in the middle because, like everyone knows, you have to shoot down a bunch of boys. So while they're just storming, while they're just moving up the battlefield, they're going to be shot, and you take it from the front. The boys will just be going. You'll be losing your how far you're moving now, because each turn they'll be taking off a couple inches from you. So you have to put basically the knob in the middle of your squad, because usually before you get into assault you'll lose a couple inches to it. He'll most likely, hopefully, have like at least a row of boys in front of him. So when you charge, he won't get into base contact. So then you can still have his nice power claw hit on him, but before he can die, this guy has to die. So then he just hits him with his power claw and kills him. I want to talk about Ork HQs in general. So warboss, normal take for the Orks, though I would highly consider now taking him with a mega armor and then just sticking him in with a squad of boys. Just normal boys, with of course your power claw knob, which, like I said before, I'm gonna start taking him. I would say to take him in the middle, just put him in the back. And what you do is put him in the front so he can take all your shots. Now what you do is, since he's an independent character, he takes all the shot. Okay, let me get some dice. Alright, I got some dice here. Now let me build you a scenario. Let's say that a couple Space Marines just unloaded on you and you got 16 wounds on you. So now, as you have different armor groups, because he's closest to them, let's say they're right here, he's closest to them, so you'll just roll one at a time. Just keep on rolling. Just roll one at a time. There's a 2, there's a 5. You don't roll them all, which would have a better chance of rolling 1 if you rolled them all at the same time. If you roll 1 at a time, most chance you're just not going to roll a 1. Oh, well, there's a 1. Now, when this 1 happens, now you have a 2+ chance because he's an independent character for a lookout sure. You just roll that, makes it. Basically what happened, a boy jumps in his way of the bullet, and he takes the wound and dies. So now, keep on rolling those dice. Oh, another one. Let's see if another boy dies. Most likely you have 30 boys behind you, so then another boy just jumps in the way, dies. Oh gosh. So he finally takes the wound. See, wow, that's bad rolling them off part, but most likely it'll be really hard for that to happen. Just keep on rolling all of these, just see if you would roll them all together, but you get the point. It'd be very hard if you just put a mega armored warboss in the middle of your 30 mob in front, and he just sucks up all the wounds. Anyone that get by, boy just jumps in front, takes a wound. And while your knob's in the middle, giving the boss full awesomeness to it. That's that's one good thing. Normal war bosses still are good, but they just can't do this. 4+ armor save, it just won't happen. Mega armor war boss, it'll happen. It'll happen with mega armor war boss. Your squad might be slowed down, but I think it would be worth it. Another nerfed, I might say, HP for the Orks, Big Mac with custom force field. Oh gosh. 5th edition, he would give a obscured save, which is a 4+ save to any vehicles within 6 inches of him. So let's say, and if you put him in like a vehicle, you just measure from the hole. So very big range. You could do mechanized list and then just give him all 4+ cover saves, roll them down the road right into your enemy, and then they just couldn't do anything about him with a 50% chance just to negate anything that came to him. Now that's reduced by 1 to 5+, which is bad. Now you don't have a 50% chance, you have a 2 out of 6 chance, which is 33% chance you will save that. That is not as good as, 50%. So vehicles now, like I said, have hull points. And as we all know, if we play Orks, trucks are already just 10 everywhere and easy just to take out. It's easy. One rocket launcher, just missile launcher, whatever, it's gone. This guy saved that. Made trucks worth to take without just knowing that all of them are going to die by the end of the game. He would actually protect them. Now, not as much a chance to protect them. He still can't protect them partially. Though, now it was so easy to penetrate them. Now, glancing them would do basically the same damage. So they have 3 hull points. You just need 3 glancing hits, and most likely you just need 3 penetrating hits. And it really doesn't matter unless it blows up. It's wrecked. So if you are taking mechanized lists, which I really don't think you should, you just have to take him. I think the next mechanized lists are just really not good anymore, because you can just glance things, especially even with battle wagons, because battle wagon, how it is, it's so tiny in the front, so you're not going to get as many shots at the 14 armor value. You'll most likely get the 12, since it's such a tiny front, it's such a long side, that it would be much easier to glance that and just strip the hull points away, which there's 4, and it's a lot of guys in there. It's still just way too easy to take out now. I now want to talk about each of the units itself. Gaskoltharka, still very good. Like I said, with Mega Knob, Warboss can still fill that role. I don't know how his thing would be, because you would I guess you would immediately get a 6 with both dice, or at least 1 dice when you did your fleet re-rollables. I never used any of these other special guys except for, well, I never used Waaagh.Gutsmech, but it'd be pretty cool to have a biker army. And on that point, bikes are now 1+ toughness and stay that way. So now they are toughness 5. So now, even though they would have 1 wound anyways, they can't get wounded by, but they would be harder to wound or whatever. But that also helps Deathcopters. Now they can't be insta-killed by strength 8 weapons, which is better for them, since now they just won't get killed by that anymore, because they have 2 wounds. Now they're toughness 5, and they'll just need like a strength 10 wound to kill them off. Though these guys still get their 4+ cover save. It doesn't go down to 5, so that's good. And a Warboss in a bag, ooh, toughness 6 all the way. He's gonna be tough. And they can turbo boost 24 inches or 18 inches. I forgot. Still, they're just beasts. Warboss still good. Like I said, it's a combat monster, but give him mega armor. And he can turn a nobz squad to Boyz to a troop choice. That's good. Big Mac nerfed his custom force field, which sucks. Only he was the best defense with Ork vehicles, since they kind of suck. Even though I love the Orks. Weird boy, fun to take. I can't use any of the magical powers from the Warhammer 40,000 6th edition rulebook, which sucks. Nobz. Now here's a cool thing you can do with nobz. I'm pretty sure this can be able to do, but alright, so here you got Mega Armored Warboss or Gas Thraka maybe. You got your nobz. We have Nob Squad escorting him to battle to kill everyone. So you're rolling on your saves, and let's say you roll all these ones when you're rolling. Say you only got 4 wounds on you and you rolled 3 ones. Really bad rolling. So now you can either, of course, take these wounds. Say you just take 2. So now you're just down to 1 wound Warboss. Yeah, so there's only 1 wound left. Now you can, on a 2+, put it on one of the other nobz. Now let's say that you make it, so you made it. Now you can just pick out the different people. So by the end of it, you can just have each guy with a wound of their own, where each guy will have a wound. And by the end of it, if you put 2 wounds on this guy, it'll be 12, and you have a squad of, let's say, 10 nobz. You'll be able to take 13 wounds to actually kill a model. Because 2 for him, and then 10 for all the nobz. Take 13 wounds to actually kill a model, which is insane. That's wound allocation from 6th edition for you right there. Mega nobz, still good. Power Claw guys, slow though, like Mega Armor Warboss. Tank Bustas, really just, Glory Hog hurts them, and Boyz can take out vehicles basically just as good as they can. And Assault though, oh, Burn Up Boyz, proud about them. Only good in a battle wagon to burn everything to death. Luta's still immensely awesome. Immensely awesome. Commandos, I'm pretty sure they were able to outflank, so it kind of hurt them, because how I read reserves was you can assault when you come out of reserve. So then I read outflank, because I thought about, alright, Gene Stealers and anything else that can outflank. It doesn't say anything about they can assault. So what I'm assuming is you can't assault when you come out outflank, which is just detrimental to like Gene Stealers and basically the Commandos too, if they wanted to assault when they come out from the outflank. Boyz. Boyz still good. You have to put the knob in the middle, like I said. Middle of your Boyz and get shot down or killed in assault. Still good. Heavy armor might be a thing you want to take. Ardbors. Gretchen, you know, if you want a wall, but I don't take them. Truck. Here's the thing with a truck. Truck is still an assault vehicle, so you can pop out and assault, you know, normal. Thing is, disembarking is now you place a model and any access point, which this counts as an access point, so you can put them right there. Then you move up to 6 inches away from the vehicle, so basically just 5 inches up. Any other lost inches is because of you getting out of the vehicle. So you move up, which is more than last time. Last time it would be 2 inches. So 6 inches, you can just right there, and then you can assault really far, which is pretty good. But thing is, I'm pretty sure you're only allowed to move 6 inches and then disembark, guys. So that's pretty bad. You can't move your 12 inches. Stormboys, as I can see, they did get a boost. They can move 6. You roll the dice. Let's say that was better than a 1. So you would move 9 inches. Add that to your normal 12 inches or whatever. So you actually move 15. Then you roll. Then you charge 2d6. So that's pretty good. War buggies, easy to take out. They're pretty bad now. Only way really you could have taken it was the scorches and scorched things to death. But then you could have just taken Burner Boys if you wanted to do that instead. But easy to take out. War bikes, like I said, still pretty good. 4+ cover save. Death Cop has gotten better since they cannot get insta-killed. So boosted those guys. Battle wagon. Here you got a battle wagon right here. So you can see a tiny thing. Humongously large side. It'd be a lot easier for people to get a side shot than a front shot. So these guys can get glanced to death if they get some side shots pretty easily with like missile launchers and stuff. Though Big Mac could 33.33 repeating % chance take those missile launchers away, but you know. Death Dread. He got hurt. He took a dive in effectiveness. Usually people don't like to take them. I always liked taking Death Dreads. They were always cool for me. But what it used to be was, if I would fight like Space Marines or just Tyranids, I just flop right in a squad of Hormagaunts. Yeah, they can't do anything to me. So basically, he's done. If it's a big squad of 30, it'll take a while for him to kill them all. But basically, he's basically done for the turn. But so are the Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts can't do anything to me anymore. They're just stuck there in assault. Can't be doing anything. Thing is that there's now a thing that my weapons are useless. So now they can run away, fall back. Though I'm pretty sure I can try to catch them, but I probably won't because they're fast initiative. But thing is, when you're within synapse, you get fearless to your guys. So if they're within synapse, then they're just staying. They're just gonna die. And with their fearless wounds, I don't think you take fearless wounds anymore, so that might be good for Tyranids. Killicans do the same. Killican wall while you Killicans and Defter's troops with your 2 big mechs and some Boyz really can't be used anymore since Killicans are really easy to take out, and this is a lot worse. It's gonna be a lot harder to take that list because all these things, all vehicles, are a lot harder to take out, easier to take out. Flash gets, oh, that just reminds me, Pain Boyz. Oh, back to the nobz. Pain Boyz. The good thing is they could still give cyborg bodies to everyone, but Fiona Pain is now a 5+ instead of a 4+. Oh, oh man, that's bad. Orks, I usually give my nobz 4+ armor save, so they'll just take a 4 and a 4, and if somehow it goes to my 4, like an AP2 or something, 5, then a 4, or, AP is like a rocket launcher, whatever, pick a 5, and then a 5+ armor save, and a 4+ Fiona Pain, so that was taken away, which sucks. Big guns, Looted wagon. Now here is where I'm thinking about my new armor. Take a boom gun, though I know vehicles suck. But I think that now really the best kind of vehicles you take are just gun vehicles that just shoot things to death. Like here I got my own looted wagon, like a World War II kind of tank. I'm gonna make it look more orky, but I kind of got the size little orc in there to shoot a little gun. Big cannon to big booms. This is what I think I'm gonna do. Take 3 of these bad boys, 3 squads to loot us. Oh yeah, that's my elite and heavy support right there. Fast attack, most likely nothing, maybe Defcopters, maybe warbikes. But then boys, just take this boys walking. Knob in the middle. Mega knob, mega armor warbosses. I'd love to get 2 mega armor warbosses. Put them in 2 squads, and then let these guys just kind of move behind the boys. Yeah, get shot up, whatever. And boys in front of them maybe get a cover save, at least like 5+ for 25%. And I think that's what my next thing will try to be. I think I might just try to use the same army like I usually do, see what goes on. But still playing Tyranids for this campaign we're doing. But that's just how I want to say. I think pretty much kind of lowered most of what Orks' effectiveness can do. But you gotta just deal with it. Gotta look at the silver lining, which there's some. Got a higher toughness for vehicles and stuff. But you gotta do different army. Can't do the same thing the last time. Can't do mechanized anymore. Mechanized is basically gone for most armies. Well, that's what I have. Kinda went longer than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah.